Okay, we're rolling. As you can tell, it's really nice out. Sorry, let me just point. We got the sun setting right now, and I thought it'd be a great moment to do a little recording and just do a little chat, I'll probably do some adjustments on the camera once it gets a little darker, but hi. Let's talk about adaptability. Let's talk about the mindset. So, the mindset. There's a lot of people out there who have, not the best mindset. And, man, that sunset's really nice. Yeah. Sorry, before we continue, I really wanted to take the camera out here and record and let you guys experience a winter sunset here in Canada. As you can tell, it's quite beautiful. My hair's a little messy too, but I'm not really the focus at the moment until it gets darker. But let's just enjoy this, the view here, and let's talk about the mindset. So there's a lot of people out there with weak mindsets, and let's talk about how one starts with a weak mindset and how one can escape the weak mindset, right? So, when it comes to a weak mindset, often it comes from a bad childhood. Maybe you didn't have parents that didn't love you as much that you deserved. Man, that sunsetting is fast. And, there are many circumstances where things don't go your way and you've just adapted, not the best mindset because of your circumstances. But I want to tell you one thing. When it comes to a weak mindset, it's all by choice. And you might be mad when you hear that. You probably just clicked away by now. But for those that are still here, take a moment and think about this with me. So, I would argue everything that you do, everything that I do, it is all by choice. You're not forced to do certain things, unless you're in like a terrible environment and you're like actually forced. But let's say for the most of us who live in, in the North America and Europe and just relatively nice, well-developed countries, and maybe some third world countries out there that are doing well. Anyways, regardless, you, the individual, everything that you do is by choice. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine, but hear me out. Everything you do is your choice. It's your choice that you've chosen to eat a certain meal at this time. Even if you say, oh, I didn't have a choice, I had to eat that instant ramen instead of going out to the grocery store and getting, healthier alternatives. But you still chose to do that. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but you still chose to do that. And that's something to keep in mind, because there's a lot of people out there with a victim mentality, and they can't seem to blame anyone. I mean, they can't seem to blame themselves and only blame others. And so that is, not cool. That's not a healthy mindset to have, because, like I mentioned, everything you do is based on your choices. So when you are actively choosing to blame other people for your problems, that's already an issue, because one, you are blaming other people about your problems, about your circumstances, about your situations, when really you should be looking at yourself in the mirror and really look at yourself and say, what am I doing that is not contributing to my life right now? Why am I blaming others and not blaming myself? And so with that comes with the journey of exploring oneself, exploring your traumas and why you do the things you do, why you think about the way you think, and really analyzing that in a deep level. You can ask a friend to help you, or you can do it yourself through journaling or meditation. But for example, for myself, I do deep reflections. I try to talk to friends about it in a deep level, journal. It's getting a little cold now, but hey, look at that. Look at that. That looks great. Yeah, so first, analyzing yourself and understanding why you have such a poor mindset to begin with. Is it your environment? Is it what you're eating? Do you even go to the gym? For myself, like, I don't go to the gym as much as I should. Sorry, coach. But everything else in my life so far is pretty good. It's just, those little things here and there. And I haven't done enough deep reflection yet, so maybe it was like a trauma that I experienced when I was younger. Maybe I was discouraged to go to the gym, so that's why I don't go as much. But it could be that. I don't really know yet. I haven't done that deep work within myself, but that's something you should look into. So first off is analyzing why you have a poor mindset. Now, how do you get to a healthier mindset? Well, I've just mentioned some of the solutions, but to really get yourself out of that victim mentality, how to get to a healthier mindset is simply being accountable for yourself and your own actions. So if you follow Forever Wildin on Instagram, there's a certain post I vividly remember. I saved it too. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen here, but it really is a really good quote, which was, I don't know who needs to hear this, but whatever you're going through, it's your fault. And so, for someone with a victim mentality, they would think, oh, what do you mean? What? It's not my fault. What are you talking about? I'm triggered. But for other people like myself, it's like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Whatever I am going through, whatever situation I am in, it is my fault. And it takes a level of self-awareness and self-acceptance to recognize something like that. So the first big step is really recognizing why you have this certain mindset. And second is how to keep going. How to not repeat those bad habits, those bad mindsets. Like, if you constantly are, you're a Debbie Downer and you're just not making yourself, sound happy, and like you make yourself sound more depreciated than you are, then analyze that, recognize yourself, call yourself out on it, and then take those necessary steps to make yourself better. Think more positively, and again, easier said than done, but you gotta think more positively. You gotta say more positive things to yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm trash because of these reasons. Like, why don't you be nicer to yourself for once? Why do you have to bring yourself down? I don't really get it. So, for myself, I'm sure I used to be in that mindset. Maybe not as heavy as a victim mentality as others, but I know for sure I used to blame others for my own problems, my own situations. And with the help of journaling, meditation, just self-reflection within myself, changing my environments, hanging out with the right people, good people, that I've grown and become more aware of myself, given myself more respect. And now I am where I am, and there's still so much more for me to learn. Let's take a moment to look at this here. If you're still watching, I appreciate you. That's the sunset right now. It's pretty nice. We're gonna pan the camera over. Just give me a moment. Bear with me for a second here. Alright. Ooh, gosh. Let me just fix that. There we go. I might be out of focus-ish, but yeah. Yeah, so acknowledging where you are in your mindset, how to do better from it, and then executing. And then another thing that some people don't talk about is what happens when you do execute it, or what happens if you try to execute it but it doesn't really work out. Well, I would say analyze what you've done, a debrief, do a debrief. Debrief what you've tried to do, why it didn't work, what else you can do to make it better or to make it more successful. And that is how you can get yourself from a poor mindset to a healthier mindset. And it might take a couple tries. For me, it definitely took a couple tries, but I'm sure if you keep trying, you keep debriefing yourself, and you keep, be honest with yourself, be analytical, you just might end up with a healthier mindset. Yeah, am I in focus? This is like at F1 point something, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, that's the end of this video. I really do like these long form kind of improv talking to the camera thing. I don't know, I might do more of it, we'll see. Alright, get good, get better. Shit, I messed up. Get good, get better, let's get her.